Hey Internet, Eric here. Still doing horror movies I've never seen for October for the channel here. And it's recently been Friday the 13th. Thank you to everyone who showed up for mine and Frenzy's reunion. Two Bearded Losers reunion. Jesus Christ. This past Friday the 13th. Thank you to everyone who's watched our little short round Mary Fuck Kill video. Lots of fun. With this being Friday the 13th month, they just released, I've discussed the first two, or the first one, and then that little short. It was released on Friday the 13th. Why the fuck not? I'll talk. Never Hike Alone 2. Now, if you're new to my channel, welcome. I discuss plot spoilers, specific scenes, what have you. Um, and with this literally being less than a week old or a week old, depending on when I upload this, watch at your own risk. The movie is free on YouTube. That's where I watched it. That's where they uploaded it. So go check that out. Anyway, the plot of this one, it takes place during and after. It takes place after Never Hike in the Snow, which is the short, and it takes place during and then following Never Hike Alone 1. We are following an adult Tommy Jarvis, once again played by Tom Matthews, and if you remember what happened in the first movie, I guess you would say an extreme hiker who is popular on YouTube. He ended up hiking and ended up in Camp Crystal Lake, attacked by Jason, saved by Tommy Jarvis, who is now an ambulance driver. The end. Well, this one follows up on that. Tommy Jarvis is suffering from all the PTSD, and he is now not really the crazy Ralph, but he's the one that knows that Jason's still alive. And we have deputy, I think his name was Rick, in Jason Lives. He's now the sheriff, the guy, the gun, red dot goes, you bang, that type of guy. He's now the sheriff trying to stop Tommy. Well, they're trying to stop Jason from causing everything. This is super basic. It's shot really, really well. What is the director's name? Vincente DeSante. He plays Jason. He plays Jason, as well as he was the director of this one and the previous two. He's really good behind the camera. Okay, he's good at getting super specific shots, Jason hiding and stuff like that. Just really creepy. He adds to the creepiness factor. He's really, really good behind the camera. Tom Matthews is fine. I never really loved him in Jason Lives. I liked him in Return of the Living Dead, but as Tommy Jarvis, he's still not my favorite. I'm a John Shepard guy. I think I would put Tom Shepard maybe even below Corey Feldman, but he's fine for what he does here. It's basically a lot of yelling and a lot of arguing with the sheriff. But for what he is given, he's fine. The actor who plays the sheriff, who was Rick in Jason Lives, he's fine. You know what I mean? He has a couple quips. He does say wherever the red dot goes, you bang. Argues with Tommy Jarvis a lot. That's really it. The other characters in here, you have the mom of the kid who was killed and Never Hike in the Snow. She's fine. You have a couple other people in this. They're fine. These actors are nothing spectacular, but they serve their purpose. Jason is. I like Jason in this. He's more so the Freddy versus Jason look. But what I like about what they do with Jason here is he can use more than just the machete. He uses more than the axe. He actually uses arrows. I like how he uses arrows in this. He uses his fists to kill a lot of people. We'll get to the gore. He's very creative in this one. I like how they're dealing with Tommy Jarvis's PTSD. It opens up and Tommy's having a dream and he walks out onto the dock at Camp Crystal Lake and he's seeing his young self. The bowl haircut, the glasses, kind of chubby, kind of looking like young Corey Feldman. Jason jumps up, pulls him into the lake, and Tommy has been watching and all these TV shows. He's got newspaper clippings everywhere. He's got Roy's mask, which is a really cool thing, and a lot of these dream sequences he has are cool. The gore in this is really good. They're really good. We get axes to the head. Jason gets an axe to the head, which is really cool. Arrows shooting people. We get an arrow through the back of the neck. We get a lot of the blood going type of thing, but we see the after effect. Jason actually disembowels someone in this one. We get to see the guts fall on the floor. Jason takes out somebody with his hand. He literally Hulk smashes the top of someone's head, and it just goes everywhere. The gore in this is really, really good. And there's some really good squib work. You know, Jason's getting shot, and we see the blood shooting out of his body as he's kind of like, you know, the Terminator walking down to get Tommy. Uh, the when we get past what happened in Never Hike Alone, that's when it kind of loses a little bit of its steam. When Tommy, I guess you would say, teams up with the, I guess you would say, what was he, the YouTuber, you know, the extreme hiker or whatever you want. And because it would help if you watch Never Hike Alone 1 and Never Hike in the Snow, because they watch his YouTube video, his footage on his camera, and they find the head of Mrs. Voorhees, and they think that that's going to stop Jason's power. You know what I mean? Destroy the head, destroy the monster type of thing. I didn't care too much for the actor who played, I guess you would say, the hiker, but he was okay. I mean, he served his purpose. I liked when they had to go back to the camp, though. I like the camp feel is good. But it kind of loses its steam when they're just like, okay, let's go to the camp. You go do this, you go do that. Until Jason finally shows up. There's a lot of weird stuff in it. There's a great sequence. It was nice to see Jason actually kill people outside of a camp or a wood setting, because he actually goes into the hospital. You know what I mean? And tries to take out Tommy Jarvis, and he tries to take out the hiker. And I love seeing Jason kill these people in the red emergency light. That was really cool. A cool thing that the director did is we get some shots from the body cam of these cops when they're shooting Jason or they're watching their partners get killed. That was really cool. But there's also some, you know, I praised DeSante's, you know, camera work. I hate, there's one camera shot where it's like right in front of Sheriff Rick. He's got his guns and he's slow motion shooting Jason. That's awful, and that's pretty cringe. It reminds me of that really bad shot of KM from Jason X where she's just shooting the guns like that. It was stupid. But I kind of like the body cam first person shooter type of thing. How Jason is defeated. It seems it's definite, at least for the Tommy Jarvis story. I won't spoil that because it's a week old as of this upload probably. But I don't think, well, Jason will be coming back, obviously, but I don't think Tommy Jarvis will be coming back. And I'm not saying he died. I'm saying the way that Jason is taken out, I don't think Tommy will come back, because I think he now knows that Jason is defeated, at least for him. I wish there was maybe some more mentions of what happened to Trish, because Tommy does say this guy killed my mom, but he doesn't mention what happened to his sister. There's no mention of Megan. You know, there's no mention of Sheriff Garrett from Part 6. Sheriff Rick acts like Jason doesn't exist. He acts like this shit never happened, which is kind of stupid. I mean, you were fucking there. Even though you were locked in the fucking jail cell in Part 6 and you never physically saw Jason, you're going to know what the fuck happened when you go to that camp. All those little kids are going to say a scary man in a mask was killing everybody. So, a lot of that is kind of lame. Overall, is Never Hike Alone 2 good? It's fine. I mean, it is what it is. There's something about these fan films. I'm going to get into them. There's more stuff that isn't just DeSante stuff. There's just a feeling that's kind of off. There's a lot of care and love put into these films, but the execution, lots of times, just kind of leaving me thinking, oh, that was a Jason movie, I guess. You know what I mean? This would have worked better at maybe an hour long. This was like an hour and 18 minutes, cut off 18 minutes, would have been a lot better. But overall, Never Hike Alone 2, it's worth watching. If you're a Jason fan, if you've already watched all the other fucking, fan films, go ahead and watch this one. It's 90 minutes of your time. Do it. I'll never watch this one again. I didn't think it was that great. It was cool seeing Tom Matthews back. It would have been cooler with John Shepard. But, 1 second, please. Again, those fucking allergies. Anyways, okay acting other than the hiker. Great gore. I liked what they did with the Mrs. Voorhees stuff. Jason being defeated was good. The way he was defeated, I liked how Jason used other weapons. That fucking Hulk smash into the guy's head was amazing. The rest of it was just kind of there. So, Never Hike Alone 2. It was fine. Watch it if you're a Jason fan. Yeah, you're not losing much more than 90 minutes. So with that, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, comment below. Do you like these fan films? Do you hate them? Do you wonder what's the point? We haven't had a Jason movie since 2009, so that's the point. Anyways, tell me what you think. Click the bell, all that crap. I'm tired. Plenty other stuff planned for this month. More horror movies I've never seen. So, cheers.